Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333862. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 7th and 8th of August. The session will be very important, so stay tuned till the end. Quote for the day is friends, aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. What this means is you should study hard, focus on the preparation. Alright, I know many of the students are not focusing on a single exam, but they are focusing on the government exam, that they want a government job. So you should focus for the government job, and irrespective of the result, you should just keep working hard and you will definitely land a government job in the future if you are giving your 100% in your preparation. Apart from this friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can like this video if you think the content is up to the mark. You can share the link of this video with your friends, and you know we have a target of achieving 15,000 views on our daily videos. Also friends, to achieve this target, you can help us by sharing the link of this video with 2 to 3 WhatsApp groups in your contact, be it your neighbors, be it your cousins, be it your friends, and let them know about Affairscloud, that it is a one-stop solutions for current affairs. Also friends, you can let us know in the comment section what are your views on such type of videos. If you think the content is good and we are providing the best information for you guys, let us know in the comment section. That will help us in and that will motivate us. Alright, also friends, for yesterday's homework video, you can see Sumit Ghosh has given all the correct answer. So congratulations Sumit, your all answers were right, and best of luck for your future. I hope you clear all your exams, whichever you are working hard for. Let's start with the news friends. The first news is about Common Registration Facility. Common Registration Facility by the name CRF. This Common Registration Facility, that is your My Ration, My Right. It is My Ration, My Right. This was introduced on a pilot basis, it was introduced on a trial basis covering 11 states and union territories. Highly important friends. By whom was this released? This was released by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution. That is a Department of Government of India. Highly important. Then friends, you have to remember the name of the 11 states among which this particular Common Registration Facility was launched. They are Assam, Goa, Lakshadweep, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, Punjab and Uttarakhand. Highly important. Alright, here aim is to assist states and union territories in identifying the eligible beneficiaries and issue ration card to such people that will help them with the ration. That the theme was My Ration, My Right. Alright, so what all you have to remember regarding this common registration facility? This common registration facility was launched by whom? It was launched by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It was launched in 11 states. It was based on My Ration, My Right. It was in 11 states and union territories, and those are Assam, Goa, Lakshadweep, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, Punjab and Uttarakhand. And what will be the aim here? It will be to identify the eligible beneficiaries and issue ration card to such people so that it can become easy for those people to sustain. Alright, highly important friends. You should definitely know this. Take a note of this scheme. Next is Skylight. Skylight was an exercise that was recently launched to test the satellite based systems amid the border row with China. I repeat, Indian Army performed a pan India exercise that was named as Skylight to test and evaluate its entire satellite based communication network to ensure it's operational, to ensure that it is working properly in the wake of a future conflict with China. If in future we goes in a war with China, then our equipments, our technology should be up to date and it should be working properly at that time. So in order to check that our communication based satellite based communication network, this particular exercise Skylight was conducted by Indian Army. Highly important. All right, this exercise covered entire India's eastern, northern and island territories. I repeat, this Skylight exercise covered India's eastern, northern and island territories, and this exercise took place from 25th to 29th of July. Alright, here you can see the name of the exercise is Skylight. It was performed by Indian Army and it was a pan-Indian exercise that was launched to test the entire satellite-based communication network to ensure the operational readiness in the wake of future conflict. This was from 25th to 29th of July. Alright, then remember, all army satellite communication assets were activated during this 2-week exercise, and a number of technical and operational space domain scenarios were also simulated. This exercise was attended by ISRO and various agencies responsible for space and ground segment. Also remember, the satellite showed the efficiency of reliable satellite communication such as that provided by Starlink, a communication network operated by Elon Musk SpaceX. Alright friends, then remember, if I ask you about Skylight only, remember there was a name of a satellite that was recently launched by ISRO in the wake of 75 years of independence. What was the name of it? That was Azadi Sat. Alright, this was a failed satellite. Alright, it does not go as planned, that as it was planned earlier. Also remember, there was a SSLV, PSLV and GSLV. What is the difference between these three? SSLV is your small satellite launch vehicle, PSLV is your polar satellite launch vehicle, and GSLV is your geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. So recently this Azadi Sat was launched through this SSLV, that was small satellite launch vehicle. And why this small satellite launch vehicle is important? Because of this small satellite launch vehicle only, remember friends, we will be able to send small satellites into the space that will be the size of a shoebox. Alright, and they will be able to send into space every week. Only 4 to 5 scientists are required to assemble these satellites and these launch vehicles, and they will be easily able to send the satellites into space within a week. So that is the reason these small satellite launch vehicles are important, and that is the reason ISRO is continuously working hard on this small satellites launch vehicle. Alright, so remember, this Azadi satellite was a failed attempt of India, of ISRO, but still we should not lose hope and we should keep working on such satellites because it is a very important domain. Alright, so coming back, remember Skylight, it was launched by Indian Army to test the entire satellite based communication network to ensure its operational readiness in the wake of a future conflict. Then next, remember, Aurangabad became the first city in India to get Google's Environmental Insights Explorer data. Highly important. As per the Aurangabad Smart City Development Corporation Limited, Aurangabad became the first city of India to officially release the Environmental Insights Explorer data from Google. The EIE, that is your Environmental Insights Explorer dashboard for Aurangabad, was introduced by Google during an event that was in New Delhi. This data would help the researcher groups in developing sustainable solutions in Aurangabad and will also improve the environment and society. Soon, Google's Environment Insights Explorer parameters for Aurangabad and its official study will be made available to the public also. This EIE, that is your Environment Insights Explorer data, is consistent with Aurangabad's commitment to the United Nations with respect to race to zero. With respect to race to zero and race to resilience program. That means they will be working towards sustainable development goals. It will help in creating a sustainable environment for future generation. What is this Environment Insights Explorer data contains? Basically, remember, this is a feature that helps the cities to measure carbon emission sources. They conduct analysis and identify strategies how they can reduce the emissions and how can they counter the air pollution. With the help of this feature, India is only available with this feature is currently only available for Aurangabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Aurangabad city and Pune. And remember, Aurangabad city was chosen as the first city in India to make the transportation emission data public. So highly important, in which city we can find this Environmental Insights Explorer data? It is with Aurangabad, Bangalore, Chennai and Pune. Alright friends, highly important. Next, and it was released by whom? It was released by recently Google. Next, Cochin Shipyards has Limited, that is CSL, Cochin Shipyards Limited, has recently signed a pact with IIM Kozhikode to boost the startups in the maritime sector. Highly important friends. Alright, I repeat, Cochin Shipyards Limited has recently signed an MOU, or they have recently signed a pact with IIM Kozhikode, that is in Kerala, to boost the startups in the maritime sector. Alright, in that means to develop startups, to bring an attraction towards the startups in the maritime ecosystem. Alright, to develop more technologies for maritime sector, to develop more segments, to come up with different types of technologies, different types of products for the maritime sector, and to boost entrepreneurship there. This particular pact was signed between Cochin Shipyards Limited and IIM Kozhikode. And where is this? This is in Kerala. Alright, remember, in maritime sector. Next, Prasar Bharati. Prasar Bharati has signed an MOU with IIT Kanpur to develop next generation broadcast solutions. Highly important. Prasar Bharati, that is India's public broadcaster, has signed an MOU with IIM Kanpur to develop next generation broadcast solutions and roadmap for digital terrestrial broadcasting consistent with emerging standards such as 5G broadcast. Alright, the selection of an appropriate next generation broadcast technology and digital terrestrial transmission roadmap of Doordarshan. Remember, at present, DD, that is Doordarshan, has 23 digital terrestrial transmitters which are operational at 19 locations across India, and All India Radio has 123 megawatt transmitter in its network, of which there are 38 digital megawatt transmitters. Alright, so coming back friends, two things you have to remember. Cochin Shipyards Limited signed with IIM Kozhikode to develop or to boost the startups in the maritime sector, and Prasar Bharati has signed an MOU with IIT Kanpur to develop the next generation broadcast solution that will be in tie-up with, or that will be containing 5G broadcast. That 5G is the upcoming technology which will have high speed internet, or you can say that will help into transfer of data at a very high speed. Next, we will be talking about the highlights of the RBI's third bi-monthly monetary policy of 22-23, that is fiscal year 23. Alright, according to this bi-monthly monetary policy of fiscal year 23, which retained India's real gross domestic product growth at 7.2% for the fiscal year 23, with the first quarter at 16.2%, second quarter at 6.2%, and third quarter at 4.1%, and fourth quarter at 4%. The stance is to focus on the withdrawal of accommodative, and remember the real GDP growth rate for the first quarter of fiscal year 24, that is from year 23 to 24, is projected at 6.7% as per the RBI's third bi-monthly monetary policy of fiscal year 23, and this fiscal year 23 means 2022 to 2023. Alright, similarly fiscal year 24 means 2023 to 2024. Alright friends, remember this, highly important. Apart from this friends, you have to focus on RBI. When was RBI established? It was established on 1st of April 1935 in accordance with the provisions of the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934. Highly important. Another thing that you have to remember, that when was your Niti Aayog formed? Niti Aayog, when was it formed? It was formed on 1st of January 2015. Before this it was known as Planning Commission. So coming back friends, once more remember, for the fiscal year RBI has released the third bi-monthly monetary policy for fiscal year 23, in which India has retained their real GDP growth rate at 7.2% for the fiscal year 23. For quarter 1 it was 16.2%, for second quarter 6.2%, for third quarter 4.1%, and for fourth quarter it was 4%, and for the fiscal year 24, that is for the first quarter of fiscal year 24, that is from 2023 to 2024, the projected GDP is at 6.7%. Moving on, SEBI has recently constituted a 15-member committee to attract foreign investment, and this committee will be chaired by whom? KV Subramaniam, as you can see him in the picture. Alright, question will be asked to you directly, that recently SEBI has constituted a committee for attracting foreign investment. Two questions. First, how many members are there in this particular committee? There are 15 members. Second, this committee will be chaired by whom? This committee will be chaired by KV Subramaniam ji. Alright, the committee will also take care of increasing participation in the domestic bond market. Also, the former chief economic advisor KV Subramaniam has been appointed as the chairman of this committee. Highly important friends. Alright, so how many members are there? 15 members, and these 15 members are including KV Subramaniam. Alright, so other 14 members are representing foreign banks, Reserve Banks of India, and stock exchange depositories. Alright, moving on. Next, Dhanlaxmi Bank has entered into an agreement with its first fintech partner, that is New Street Technologies Private Limited. Important friends, take a note. I repeat, Dhanlaxmi Bank Limited has entered into an agreement with its first fintech partner, that is New Street Technologies Private Limited. Highly important. New Street Technologies is the first fintech partner of this bank. Also, New Street Technologies will provide technological support to the bank on digital onboarding and extend support as the business correspondent in micro lending space to the operations in southern states and other states of India. Alright, who is the MD and CEO of Dhanlaxmi Bank? JK Shivan. Alright, he is the MD and CEO. Then if I ask you where is the headquarter, it is in Kerala. When was this founded? 1927. Alright. Next is SEBI. SEBI gives in the principal approval for change in the control of HDFC AMC, that is your HDFC Assets Management Company. So recently SEBI has gave approval for the change in the control of the HDFC Assets Management Company, that is a subsidiary of HDFC Limited, and the asset management company of HDFC Mutual Fund, due to change in the co-sponsor of HDFC Mutual Fund on account of proposed amalgamation of HDFC with its and into HDFC Bank. I repeat, SEBI recently gave the approval for the change in control of HDFC Assets Management Company, that is a subsidiary of HDFC Limited and the asset management company of HDFC Mutual Fund, due to change in the co-sponsor of HDFC Mutual Fund on account of the proposed amalgamation of HDFC and into HDFC Bank. This is subject to the approval of the National Company Law Tribunal under Section 230 to 232 of the Companies Act. It has already received no objection approval from stock exchange and RBI. The change in control will take place after the merging of HDFC Limited into HDFC Bank. All right, if we talk about HDFC Bank, that is House Development Finance Corporation Bank, who is the MD and CEO. Shashidhar Jagdishan is the current managing director and CEO of HDFC Bank. When was this established? In 1995. And where is the headquarters? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moving on. Again, we will talk about Google. Google has launched India Ki Udan to mark the 75 years of independence. I repeat, Google has launched an online report that was named India Ki Udan Important. This was the name of the report that was released by Google, and in this report it features the milestones achievement of India in its 75 years of independence. Alright, this was launched in an event that was organized at the Sundar Nursery in New Delhi in the presence of Union Culture and Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy. The project is executed by the Google Arts and Culture, and it is themed on the unwavering and undying spirit of India over the past of 75 years. So just remember this report that was India Ki Udan. This was basically to mark the 75 years of independence, and it highlighted the art and culture and all the achievements of milestones that have been achieved by India in the 75 years of its independence. This pay tribute to the India's rich culture history, and it also includes iconic moments from the last 75 years. It is published both in Hindi as well as English that allow the users to explore around 120 illustrations and 21 stories created by 10 talented artists. Also remember, Google also announced a series of special initiatives across its products and services that will offer context and experience created especially to mark the 75 years of independence. Alright friends, so you have to remember the name of the report, that is India Ki Udan, and that was launched by which organization? That was launched by Google. Next, we will be talking about an appointment. Unity Small Finance Bank, that is Unity Bank, has appointed Inderjit Kamotra, as you can see him in the picture, as the new managing director and CEO. I repeat, recently Unity Small Finance Bank, or you can say Unity Bank, has appointed Inderjit Kamotra as their new managing director and chief executive officer. His appointment was approved by RBI and the Unity Bank's board. All right. Then remember, in January the bank appointed Vinod Rai as the former CAG of India as their chairman. I repeat, in 2022, in January month, this bank, that Unity Bank, appointed former Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai as their chairman, and now they have appointed Inderjit Kamotra as the new managing director and chief executive officer of the Unity Bank. If we talk about Inderjit Kamotra, remember he is an IIT Delhi graduate. He completed his MBA from Clarkson University in New York, and he has 25 years of experience in the field of banking. All right. Next, when was this Unity Small Finance Bank launched? This was launched in the year 2021. Where is the headquarters? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next we will be talking about Rajiv Gauba. Recently, Rajiv Gauba has been given an extension of 1 year by the center. Alright, Appointment Committee of the Cabinet ACC has given the extension in service of Rajiv Gauba as the Cabinet Secretary for 1 year. Alright, I repeat, question will be asked to you directly and simple, that Rajiv Gauba got how extension as the Cabinet Secretary of how many years, or what term he got this extension for 1 year. And remember, this is his second extension on this particular post. Earlier he was also given 1 year extension in August 2021, and now again in August 2022 he has been given an extension of 1 year as the Cabinet Secretary, and this extension was given by ACC, that is your Appointment Committee of the Cabinet. All right, highly important friends. Next we are talking about, friends, Russia, and we have discussed this multiple times that Russia will withdraw from the International Space Station project after 2024. This International Space Station was put into orbit in the year 1988. This is jointly run by USA, Russia, Europe, and Canada, and Japan also. All right, these are the countries that are jointly running this particular international space station. All right, the first piece was put into orbit in 1988 and 1998, and the outpost has been continuously inhabited for nearly 22 years. All right, and now Russia has stated that they will be withdrawing from this international space station after year 2024. Highly important. Also remember, NASA NASA gave a report on this international space station that by the year 2031, this international space station will plunge into the Pacific Ocean. Also, NASA and other international partners will keep the space station running until 2030, while the Russians have been reluctant to make commitments beyond 2024. And this is because of the ongoing tensions between the US and Russia. Also, what is the name of the permanent space station of China? It is Tiangong Space Station. So, country that is building their own space station is China. Next, India. India has beaten Bangladesh by 5-2 to lift the SAFF. What is SAFF? It is your South Asian Football Federation's Under 20 Football Championship. I repeat, India has won the under 20 football championship of the South Asian Football Federation by defeating Bangladesh by 5-2 goals in the final match. And where was the final held? It was in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. So question will be direct and simple, that who has won the South Asian Football Championship under 20 that was held in Odisha? It was won by India. It was won by India, and this is the India's second championship for the second consecutive time. Remember, highly important. All right, and this was the fourth edition of the SAFF Under 20 Championship 2022. Next, India has won the championship for the second consecutive time. Important. Then SSF Under 20 Championship 2020 is its fourth edition of the championship. And remember, Nepal has won the first two editions in 2015 and 17, and India won the title in 2019. And now in 2020, India has also won it for the second consecutive time. Who did India defeated whom? Bangladesh. Where was this held? Location, that was Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Location is also important, friends. All right. Next we will be talking about a book. Shyam Saran's book, that is How China Sees India and the World, traces interaction between India and China in this particular book. And who authored this book? Shyam Saran has authored this book, that is How China Sees India and the World. In this, it talks about the interaction between India and China. All right, this book will be published by the Juggernaut Books, New Delhi. Highly important. The name of the book is How China Sees India and the World, authored by Shyam Saran. Next is Hiroshima Day. Highly important, friends. Mark this, on 6th of August we observe Hiroshima Day. If you remember, the first atomic bomb was launched by US on Hiroshima, Japan in 1945 on 6th of August only. That ended the World War II. In year 2022, we observed the 77th anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing. Now the important thing that you need to remember here are the name of the bomb. All right, so remember, Little Boy and Fat Man. These are the two bombs that were dropped by US on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Little Boy was dropped on Hiroshima, and next was Nagasaki, that was Fat Man. Nagasaki. Little Boy was dropped, as we saw, on 6th of August in 1945, and Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki of Japan on 9th of August, 3 days after. In both were in 1945, and these two bombs ended the World War II. Highly important, friends. You have to remember, and this is the 77th anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing that we observed on 6th of August. Next. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's quickly revise all the current affairs. Ministry of CAFAPD has launched a web-based common registration facility for the ration card on pilot basis in 11 states. Indian Army has conducted exercise Skylight to test the resilience of satellite-based systems. RK Singh has launched the 10th Integrated Ratings of DISCOMs RPM meeting held with states and states power utilities. Then Aurangabad became the first city in India to get the Google's Environmental Insight Explorer data. Cochin Shipyard Inc. pact with IIM Kozhikode to boost the startup in the maritime sector. And Prasar Bharati has signed an MOU with IIT Kanpur to develop the next generation broadcast solutions. These two are important, friends. Take a note of it. And Aurangabad also, that it became the first city in India to get the Google's EIE data, that is Google's Environmental Insight data, that will be helping developing upcoming projects on sustainable development goals. Next, Legal Metrology Packet Commodities Rule 2011 amended for the ease of doing business. Highlights of EAM, that is External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar visited to Cambodia between 3rd to 5th of August. Then RBI's third bi-monthly monetary policy was released and the repo rate was raised to 5.4%. Important, mark this. Next, SEBI constituted 15 members FPI committee, advisory committee, and this 15 member advisory committee will be consisting of 14 members plus one the chairman of this particular committee. And who will be the chairman? He will be KV Subramaniam. Next, Dhanlakshmi Bank has limited signs pact with the new street technologies for micro lending operation management. HDFC has received in principle approval from SEBI to change the control of HDFC EMC. Next, Google has launched India Ki Udan to mark the 75 years of independence. Mark this. This was the name of the report. Then Unity Small Finance Bank has appointed Inderjit Kamotra as their new managing director and CEO. ACC has given Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba 1 year extension. He was also given earlier in the month of August 2021 1 year extension, and now this will be his second 1 year extension. Russia will withdraw from International Space Station project after 2024. India has beaten Bangladesh to win the SAFF Under 20 Football Championship, and this is the second consecutive time that India has won this championship. Sham Sarans has authored a book, that is How China Sees India and the World. Next, Hiroshima Day is observed on 6th of August. Highly important, this will be the 77th anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing. So that's all for the day, friends. Now it's time for your homework. First question, which state's astronomical observatory has been included in the UNESCO's list of important endangered heritage observatories? Second, L&T has signed an MOU with which state to set up an IT and ITES technology park? This is an important question. Next, third question, in which state world's largest floating solar power plant is set to be built? Fourth, which is the first bank in India to list its payment gateway platform on the Income Tax Department's TIN 2.0 platform? And you have to give me the full form of TIN also here. Fifth, which country chairs the United Nations Security Council Counter-Terrorism Committee for 2022? Which country will be hosting it? Important question, friends. Alright, I want you all to comment below the answer of all these 5 questions. All these questions are important and will be beneficial for you for the revision purpose. Also, friends, you know our target to achieve 15,000 views on our daily videos. So to achieve that, all you have to do is share this link of this video with 2 to 3 WhatsApp groups. And you know, if you think the content is up to the mark and you have enjoyed today's session, all you have to do is comment below and let us know what are your views on such type of sessions. So friends, that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.